Hey everyone, I wanted to check in with you and see how things are going. I know this has been a very unusual set of circumstances for the last 3 to 4 weeks of your lives. We've adjusted to the COVID-19 circumstances from an academic as well as a personal daily living experience. I hope that each of you are doing okay. I would ask that if you need any considerations, that you reach out to myself or to your faculty and work with them related to your personal circumstances. The faculty are aware of the many complexities of your life and the fact that many of you are being asked to work extra hours in your clinical settings as registered nurses, as well as to become educators in some form as you homeschool children or help in families where you have other children that may need to be tutored or mentored through their homeschooling efforts as well. So each of you know that we have converted from a hybrid face-to-face model to a virtual format of delivery. That virtual format of delivery for you for the remainder of the semester is what we call synchronous learning, where you will be online with your professors at the designated class times. Because Dr. Orrock and Professor Harmston are not teaching any other classes on April 7th, your next scheduled day, they may slightly adjust the time of your course and meeting. So make sure that you're checking the class announcements and watching for that information. I would also ask at this time, I know you guys have a really good social network, but that you make sure that you share information when you see it that might be pertinent to your peers and help them stay focused where they need to stay focused in the moment, but also be aware of information that is pertinent to them. So for the summer semester, each of you will be taking Nursing 6211, which is the second pathophysiology class. Professor John Kelly will be teaching that course for you in the summer, and you will take the second pharmacology class, 6216, which will be taught by Dr. Orrock again. The other classes that you'll be taking during the summer are the DNP classes. The first one is Nursing 7030, which is Information Technology and Evidence-Based Practice. That will be taught by an adjunct professor who is an expert in informatics, and she will help you learn all about those wonderful things that relate to your DNP project from an informatics and evidence-based perspective, as well as to clinical practice and leadership. Dr. Valerie Gooder will be teaching Nursing 7040, which is our systems approach and quality improvement course. Many of you will be doing projects that will be related to quality improvement and be working within a system, so this will be a great class for you to have as you begin your project. The final class that you take in the summer is Nursing 7801, which is the first DNP project class. Just to clarify, which I think you all know, there is one project, but 3 different classes associated with that. And during the semester, you will be working with a project lead who will remain your project lead during your entire program of study. So during the summer, we'll have Dr. Jessica Bartlett, Dr. Melissa Neville, and Dr. Marianne Reynolds teaching those classes for the DNP project. We will be meeting in early April for you to be assigned to a project lead. So as of today, I'm not able to tell you who will be teaching you, but we will have that information out to you by the middle of April. That brings me to the next topic that I wanted to review, and that is summer registration and fall registration. So I know summer registration opens up on Monday, March 30th. You are the only students who can take the classes designated for the BSN to DNP FNP program of study. So please do not worry that you have to register on the first day of registration. In fact, based on some of the current circumstances and some financial considerations many of us might be contemplating, I would recommend that you register slightly before the beginning of both the summer and fall semesters so that the financial impact of your tuition is lessened. And if you do carry your credit card balances perhaps for your tuition that you won't need to pay interest over more months than you actually need to. So having said that, for the fall, you'll be taking the Nursing 6220, which is our nurse practitioner physical assessment and diagnostic reasoning class. Professor Harmston and Professor Page will be teaching that class. And you'll also be taking the Nursing 6225, which is the nurse practitioner primary care skills lab. Both of those classes are intended to be face-to-face sessions, and as we discussed previously when you were on campus last time, we are looking at a consolidated or intensive lab schedule starting around the 5th or 6th week of the semester. So you do not need to plan to be on campus during the fall semester prior to that. The other class that you'll be taking during the fall is Nursing 7050 Advanced Population Health. That class will be taught by Dr. Christy Barron, who has a lot of experience in community health and case management, and she'll work with you related to different aspects of community and population health as it relates to nurse practitioners as well as to nurse leaders. We will also have a brand new class for you. It's our evidence-based mental health class, mental health for primary care. That is Nursing 6270, and that will be taught by one of our expert peers in the community. The final class you'll have in the fall semester is Nursing 7900, which is the DNP practicum class. That class is the class where you do some journal entries and reflections related to your project, and also the DNP essentials. It also is a class where you'll track your practice hours. And having had the first DNP project class in the summer, you will be able to use some of the hours that you track or enter during the summer semester for credit in this class. I hope that everything is going well for each of you. As far as the summer semester, we're planning on a virtual format. So I would ask that you hold the class dates for the summer session that we had already designated. That would be May 13th, June 3rd, June 17th, July 1st, July 15th, and July 29th. We're looking at whether we'll use the July 29th date or not. What we have found from previous students is they really enjoy having the face-to-face interaction. Of course, we can't do that, but we can do virtual format where you can actually have your faculty and your peers with you at the same time. There'll be more information about how that will be handled, and so look for that in the future. We sent out a book list this week. Cheryl forwarded the list to all of you. You'll use the same books, obviously, for Patho and Farm, and then the additional books for the DNP classes are listed there. I know that you had asked about a future book list for knowing if you should buy books from our graduating FNP students in April. I apologize for the delay in getting that out to you, but there have been many other things that faculty and administrators have been focused on during this time of transition, so we'll get that out to you in the near future. The last thing I'd like to say is I think you're all remarkable. I appreciate your energy and effort as you're working in your courses this semester. Please don't hesitate, again, as was previously mentioned, to reach out to myself or to one of your faculty if you have any concerns or questions about your courses or about what's happening in the near future for summer and fall semesters, or any other concerns that you have. We want to take care of you as individuals, and we're willing to do whatever we need to find the best way for you to succeed in your academic studies, as well as to balance the life that you now are having to balance from a variety of different perspectives. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we think you're wonderful.